The micro, small and medium-scale enterprises, MSME, have been described as the engine room for national economic growth and development. The sector, however, is challenged by several factors, including access to funding. My guest on this week's episode of the program talks about the government's step to encourage the growth of the sector. Hello there, welcome to Dateline Abuja. I'm Gloria Umezuki. The Micro, Small and Medium-Scale Enterprises MSME Clinic is a program designed by the federal government to bring about significant and sustainable GDP growth, employment generation and increase in local productivity, thereby reducing import bills on food and essential products that can be produced locally. We'll be looking at the MSME clinics and other issues relating to the sector in our conversation with the Special Assistant to the Vice President on MSME. But first, what are the stories that made headlines within the week in the nation's capital?
A total of 9 million Nigerians have so far benefited from the federal government's social protection plan. This is according to the Special Advisor to the President on Social Investment Program, Mrs. Mariam Uwais.
So far, our update is that we have impacted directly on 9 million Nigerians. They are direct beneficiaries of our programs. And we have over 1.7 million secondary beneficiaries, cooks, farmers, poor and vulnerable households, and all of that. So it's 67% of our target beneficiaries. On our social register, we have 503,000 poor and vulnerable households enumerated in 24 states. This number is about to increase by 10 more states by next week.
President Muhammadu Buhari has signed a memorandum of understanding with the President of Niger Republic for the construction of a hydrocarbon pipeline and refinery from the Republic of Niger to Nigeria. He describes the construction of the facility in Katsina as a win-win for both nations, as it would provide petroleum products for the country, as well as create about 2,500 direct employment for Nigerians.
The initiative will not only provide a reliable market for the stranded crude from Niger Republic, but will also provide petroleum products for Nigeria as it aggressively pursues its aspiration on petroleum product self-sufficiency. In addition, it is my hope that the current frontier exploration efforts in the northern part of the country, Chad Basin, Gongola Basin, Sokoto Basin, Bida Basin, and Benue Trough will also result in the provision of additional hydrocarbon inflow to the corridors of the proposed pipelines and a potential refinery around Kaduna axis. Further to this, a similar level joint technical team is carefully selected based on competence to develop the implementation roadmap and strategy on both the refinery and pipeline projects. It is my expectation that by December 2018, this group will come up with a detailed roadmap and guideline leading to actual execution of these projects.
Security operatives laid siege to the homes of the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, and that of the Deputy Senate President, Senator Ike Ekweremadu, earlier in the week in Abuja. The Senate President was expected to report at the headquarters of the Anti-Robbery Squad over his alleged involvement in the Offa robbery, while the Deputy Senate President got a summons from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission to answer questions on allegations of abuse of office and money laundering.
The people who came to block my house and then to lay siege in my house, my compound, and instead of these quarters, they left out about 12:30 after spending about 6.5 hours. So, and now my colleagues were able to come in. Those who wanted to come in before weren't able to come in. Now they are here. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for this support and solidarity. Let us stand for our democracy. We must remain strong for the Nigerian people to ensure that we are able to reverse this kind of impunity that's going on. And then we have to enthrone a new Nigeria where justice will be upheld, where there will be rule of law, and where there will be respect for human rights. And Nigerians will be able to have the full benefit of democracy. So what we are seeing now is a decline in our democracy. So we hope and believe that Nigerians will stand strong to ensure we put this thing behind us and be able to make Nigeria a better place, progressive, united. So this is a new day for democracy.
Meanwhile, the Nigeria police has denied barricading the official residence of the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki. Addressing a news conference, the Force Public Relations Officer, Mr. Jimoh Moshood, explained that the police only invited the Senate President to respond to allegations made against him by the Offer bank robbers.
The Force hereby wishes to reiterate that no police personnel was sent to besiege, blockade the residence of the President of the Senate, Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bukola Saraki. It is also absolutely untrue that the Senate President, Senator Bukola Saraki, was harassed, threatened, or intimidated physically or otherwise by any police personnel, either from the Force headquarters or any other police formation of the Force. The Force will not abdicate from its constitutional responsibility of detection of crimes and criminality, and we always treat crime as crime, no matter who is involved. The Force remains focused and will not be distracted from carrying out a discreet and thorough investigation into the indictment of the Senate President, Senator Bukola Saraki, from conventional statement of some of the 5 gang leaders arrested for their active participation in the Offer bank robbery and gruesome murder of more than 33 persons and snatching of 21 AK-47 rifle on the 5th of April 2018 by the gang leader.
The week saw major shifts in political allegiance in the National Assembly following the defection of federal lawmakers from the All Progressives Congress. In the Senate, 14 senators of the All Progressives Congress dumped the party for the People's Democratic Party. In a similar development in the House of Representatives, 37 members walked out of the ruling party. 24 hours after the mass defection in the National Assembly, President Muhammadu Buhari met with the All Progressives Congress Caucus in the Senate. After the meeting, the Senate Majority Leader, Senator Ahmed Lawan, insisted that the party remains the majority in the Senate.
We believe that this family will soon get back all its members. And for those that have remained in the Senate, APC Caucus will definitely receive the kind of attention and support from our party and our administration.
Meanwhile, the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Comrade Oshiomhole, met with the All Progressives Congress Caucus in the House of Representatives. He explained that the doors are still open for the defected lawmakers to return, but insisted that none of them will be lured back into the party.
I say to those who say they are going to PDP, good, that is where you belong. If you left there because you thought that the culture of sharing the money will be deep in APC, and you have found that share the money is not part of it, and you choose to return back, good luck. But you must know that the access to CPN has been cut off, the access to NNPC has been cut off, the access to converting defense spending to private pocket has been cut off.
The Federal Executive Council has approved an additional 122.2 million naira for the completion of Mangu Dam in Plateau State. The Minister of Water Resources, Engineer Suleiman Adamu, disclosed this when he addressed State House correspondents at the end of the weekly council meeting, which was presided over by President Buhari.
The augmentation, or what we call revised estimated total cost for the completion of Mangu water supply project in Plateau State, there was a need to augment the project by a mere 122.2 million naira to bring the project from 855.49 million naira to 977.7 million naira with an additional completion of 6 months.
President Muhammadu Buhari hosted President Patrice Talon of the Republic of Benin. where they agreed to set up a joint committee to combat smuggling. In a statement issued at the end of the meeting, which was held behind closed doors, both leaders agreed that the committee should involve Niger Republic, which is believed to be a transit point in the concentric circle of smuggling of rice into Nigeria.